That's right. I have House Majority Leader Steve Scalise with us right now. Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. Can you just give us your first reaction? Because we did hear from your fellow congressmen and people who are at the White House as well as on Capitol Hill right now. What is your reaction to this? Because this is your home area. This is where you grew up.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. When you see the violent nature of this terrorist attack. I mean, just plowing a truck into innocent people that are out having a fun time on Bourbon Street, and 15 loss of life, so many others that are fighting for their lives. Look, we've been through so much in New Orleans, and we get through things, but you hate seeing this kind of tragedy and the loss of life that goes with it. And we're hearing the stories now of those who we lost, and they're amazing people that will no longer be with us, and they were just out celebrating the new year. And it's it's sad, it's disturbing. You get angry about it, but we've got to stay vigilant. We've got to, there's still suspects out there. We've got to apprehend them and make sure that the city is going to be safe.
And Congressman Scalise, can you tell us about the White House's response? We did hear from President Biden saying that he is sending out resources and whatever we need here in the city, whatever New Orleans needs to, make sure that this investigation goes smoothly. Can you tell us what you're hearing from the White House?
Yeah, it's making sure that, as you said, that all the tools from the FBI, Department of Justice, down to state police and local law enforcement have everything they need to carry out this investigation. And from everything I've seen and heard, that is taking place. But we just need to ask a lot of questions along the way because I just want to see candor from these agencies too, and as quickly as they get information, share it with the public in an honest way. And don't try to sugarcoat it. We can handle what's out there. We just I think we want a lot of these questions answered.
And speaking to your constituents right now, people who are worried about their safety, people who want to go, again, we have a big game happening that got moved to tomorrow, the Sugar Bowl, that brings thousands upon thousands of people here. What would you tell them if they are afraid for their safety right now?
Well, you can see that there's an extra presence from law enforcement. You've heard the reports of, the Superdome being swept, and there's going to be I think, probably a much larger presence at the Dome tomorrow night. But, also just people need to remain vigilant. And if they see something that looks out of place, alert law enforcement quickly. And hopefully we don't have any more incidents, but be on alert.
And Congressman Scalise, earlier they had a news conference around 1 p.m. And it seems like there is a collaborative effort for everybody to be on the same page. You had the mayor there, you had the governor, you had leaders from Capitol Hill, you had local law enforcement leaders saying that we are going to come together and make sure that the city is safe. How does that feel to be able to see that no matter what, people are coming together and they're making sure that this does not happen again in our city?
Yeah, we need full cooperation from everybody. And, that's why, again, making sure that everybody has all the resources they need and the agencies are working together. That appears to be the case, which is important because number one, want to get to the bottom of what happened and apprehend the suspects that are still out there, but you also want to make sure it doesn't happen again. And you see the police department going aggressively identifying those IEDs that were spread around, and hopefully they've gotten all of those, but making sure that that there aren't any more remaining, and then just need to be on high alert. You saw what happened in Las Vegas today, which could very well be related to this. We don't know yet, but there are some early reports it might be. So, we don't know what else is going on out there around the country, but it's why you've always got to be on high alert.
And Congressman Scalise, it's a balance, like they were saying earlier at the news conference, between transparency and making sure that this investigation goes off well and make sure that they're not giving anything out that could hinder that investigation. Right now, it's patience in the city, people trying to go around the fringe quarter. It's a different scene than what we saw last night. Any thoughts about even the video that you saw coming from last night? Anything that sticks out to you the most?
Well, a lot of questions are being raised about the bollards and why they didn't work properly. Clearly, a lot of those questions will be raised. because the truck was able to pretty easily get around that one police car and then get onto Bourbon Street at a looked like a pretty high rate of speed to go and take innocent life. And you know, a lot of other questions will be asked, but for now, let's come together. Let's resolve what we're dealing with in front of us.
And just lastly here, anything else you want to add to this? Anything you want to tell to the viewers out there?
Look, I mean, again, we're a strong, resilient people. Doesn't make the loss of life and loved ones any easier. So let's keep those families in our prayers. I mean, there's a number of families that are hurting beyond imagination right now. And for those two police officers who ran towards the danger and kept a lot of other people likely from being injured, they're recovering from their wounds in the hospital. Let's keep those police officers in our prayers too, and always keep in mind our law enforcement officers who risk their lives to keep us safe.
All right. Thank you so much, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, joining us now. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All
God
right.
bless.